Hey loves, welcome back to my sort of Vlogmas vlogs. I never know how to start these vlogs. They're so weird. So hello and welcome to my channel. I've been loving doing vlogs for you lately. I'm not sure if this is something that you would want to keep seeing. Comment down below, let me know if you're interested in me taking you into my world and taking you behind the scenes. Today we are in my DIY room, my workspace, my work environment. I am going to be fulfilling a lot of orders. I am so grateful for all my beautiful clients. The good news is that the Canadian Postal Service is back up. It is back and running, and I am so excited because you have been waiting for so long for your packages, and I felt horrible. So today we are getting all of those packages. I'm going to try my best because there's so many. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do them all today. I'm a one-woman show. It is a lot of work. It doesn't seem like much, but each of my package is done with so much love. It is important for me because to me, a package is everything when you receive it. It's not only the product that you ordered, it's the feeling of when you open it and it feels extra special. I do every single package with my little hands all the way down to the tags. I sew each tag with my sewing machine in the back there. I want my clients to feel like they are special because they are special to me. So anyway, we're going to get started on the packaging, and then if I finish the packaging, I'm going to start doing the cushion that I told you. I'm going to take you to the fabric store. So let's jump right into the how I go and the process of everything that I do for my packages. I usually do it all in my DIY room. That's my go-to, sort of my workspace. Everything is all in one place. I'm organized. All of my things are on my shelves and everything. So let's start doing this. As you can see, it's a gray day. I can't even, it's like blown out. Okay, here. So it's pretty gray and we're towards the end of the day. Actually, it's around 4 o'clock. So that is pretty crazy. It feels like it's like almost like 7, 8 o'clock. That's what I hate about the winter. I hate it. I hate it. I'm limited to my time with the light. So this is where all of the packaging goes on. There's a lot of Kawakaya stuff in there. Let me open the light. Maybe there'll be more light. What I normally do is I put on this light. Oh, I gotta plug it. Hold on. Okay, so that's much better. So I usually put a bright light, and then there's also my light on the ceiling. That is not bright enough. So I always put a light there so that I can really see what I'm doing, especially when it's dark outside. A lot of my sewing that I do, all of these tags, I hand sew them. They're little scraps of fabrics that I have left over, and then I sew each piece together. I did a bunch of them because I got so many orders that I needed to do a bunch of them, and I'm probably gonna have to sew some more. So this is my little sewing station. You have already seen this. And then this is where I keep all of my DIY and my supplies for Kawakaya. That's where I do the packing and my DIYs. So we're gonna start with the boxes and then slowly work our way through each package one at a time. That's all I can do. If I start seeing the bigger picture, I start freaking out that I have so many packages. But we're gonna start with the first package and then move our way. So let's go ahead and start packaging. I actually got each and every one of my little clients a little box of chocolates for the holidays and to say thank you so much for being so patient and understanding. So I got a bunch of little chocolates and candy canes, and I'm going to be putting that in their little package to say a little thank you. I love to do that. I love to do little gifts here and there. So anyway, let's get started. This is actually one order that one of my beautiful clients ordered. So hold on, let me put the camera a little bit more down. So she ended up buying this beautiful hand-beaded purse, this little handbag, and then these beautiful handmade earrings, the eye earrings. I finished packaging them into the package. Now what I love to do is package these up in this brown paper so it feels very like a gift. I'm loving this order. This client ordered all of my little brooms and I am obsessed, and I would love to see what she's going to do with them. How cute are they? So we're off to the fabric store and I end up putting a burgundy beret. I told you that I was obsessed with burgundy, and then I added my little pins to it. I think that burgundy with gray works perfectly. I put a gray hoodie. That is pretty much it. Now we're driving. It is freezing outside, literally freezing. Nose hair freezing. It's gonna be an in and out situation. At first I was gonna get this one, which I felt was a little too, it's $135, so that is a no. Then there's a bigger one up there which is $260, so that is crazy. So then I found this one right here, which is pretty thick, but when you sit on it it's more comfy and squishy, and that one is $72, so that is more what I was expecting. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. Right, I'm not sure, I might even put some buttons, sew some buttons inside so that it'll be much easier than the foam. So I think this is the winner. There's another one like this that you can cut to the size, which I should have taken the measurements and I didn't. And then there's thinner foams, but this is way too thin. I wanted something more pillowy, comfortable. So I think this is it. Okay, so I think I'm gonna put buttons on the cushion there. I'm gonna put probably 8 of them spaced out so that it's not as square and flat. I think it's gonna add a little bit of dimension and character. So I'm gonna get 8 buttons this, but I think I'm gonna recover them with the fabric. So I don't really need a fabric. I'll glue the matching fabric and make them look prettier than this, but I'm gonna get 8. There literally is 8 waiting for me. So, okay, so we're done. Let's go to the cash. Okay, so I did a little pit stop at the thrift store because I wanted to see if I could find anything for Koakaya. And oh my god, how funny are these? Oh my god, this person made them with a bunch of pots, and I'm sure she filled up the top there so it looks hair. How funny is that? Wait. That's beautiful. God, look at this camel. It's huge. I'm obsessed. Oh my god, it needs to come home with me. I would say it's about maybe 2.5, 3 feet tall. How cute is this? And it's $15. This is usually my favorite section because of all the wood pieces there is. There's masks and some really beautiful pieces. It's either a hit or miss in this section. You either have a lot or it's very empty. Look at this. So beautiful. There's these masks here, all carved. Oh no, someone painted some wood masks. Oh. That one is a creepy mask. Oh no, this is not good. I tell you, I love my little nice masks. See, this one's kind of creepy too. Oh no. Nope. Those are not the masks we're looking for. And then there's baskets on the other side here. And then candle holders. could be pretty, like as a centerpiece during the holidays or even on a mantle. Oh, it's so cute. It's an elephant. Then this is beautiful as well. Wow, look how gorgeous this antique tea kettle is. It's huge. My hand is this. It's a huge tea kettle. It's so beautiful and rustic. Where you can put this, but maybe on a wood stove or something. If you have a cabin, so pretty. Super heavy too. I wish it wasn't so heavy. I would put it in Kolakaya. I think it's cast iron. Not sure you can use it. There's rust and everything, but it's so good. But I'm gonna have to pass. It's too heavy when it comes to the shipping, when it comes to Kolakaya. I've seen a lot of people put rolling pins, I think they're called rolling pins, in bowls and stuff. And I think it looks so pretty when you put them all together in some, I guess a vessel or a bowl. I think it looks so pretty. Maybe not for my house, but I see a bunch of people doing it and I think it looks very kitcheny. I don't have the space for it. I saw this lamp and I feel as though there's something to it. I think if you put the right lampshade, there's something pretty about it. It's made out of, it kind of feels a little plasticky and can look really nice on a side table. I was looking at the flowers and the wood and I was like, oh, I need some for to fill up a little bit the Christmas. It's literally stuck on this tray. So it's a wall art of a tray that someone stuck a bunch of flowers. I'm not sure if it's, I hate it or I love it. It's funny. It has moss here. It's kind of cool, but I'm not feeling it. It's all the other artwork. How cute is this candle holder? Look at it. Oh my goodness. You can put 2 candles, so one at the bottom, one at the top. So cute. I wish there was a set. I'm not seeing it anywhere else. Yeah, no, I think that that's the only one, but oh my gosh, I love it. It's camel day today. Okay, so we got back home and I wanted to show you some of the things I end up getting. I end up getting the big camel. I did. I had to get it. I couldn't leave it there. It's coming home with me. I ended up paying it $15.49, which is so good. Look how beautiful and big it is. You can see it's humongous. So cute. And I end up getting this. I know some of you are gonna be like, what in the world? But I loved the little vase. It was the texture of it. You can see, zooming in properly. Anyway, the texture was so pretty and I thought maybe taking all of the greenery out, there was something about it. I end up paying it $4.49. There's these branches in there. There's something cute about it, but I had to get it. That's pretty much it when it comes to, hold on a minute, let me fix you better on this. Okay, don't move. Okay, so then we stopped off at the grocery store and we got, let me show you. Normally we do our own bone broth. Recently we haven't had the time. It's been a lot. It's been hectic between work. Alex is traveling and it takes a lot of time to do our bone broth. So in the meantime, until we make our own, because we love to make our own, we know what's in it. We know all the grass-fed beef, the water that we use distilled water, all of our vegetables that are organic. It's hard to trust companies. We love to make our own stuff. In the meantime, I had done a little bit of research on bone broth and I had found this company called Broth. And because we go to a healthy food grocery store, we mix things up. We go to, there's 2 healthy grocery stores. If I can, I'll show you. Next time I'll take you. I thought it was maybe boring taking you to the grocery store. But anyway, we end up getting these 2. So one of them is parsley cumin beef. I'm so butchering. Then the other one is tomato smoked paprika beef. They only had in small cans because it comes in small cans as well. This is the classic beef. It doesn't come in a bigger one, but I'm excited to try this. So I'll keep you posted on the bone broth. You know all the benefits. Bone broth is so good for you. So it is such an important thing that me and Alex do. We love to drink bone broth. It keeps you beautiful and young, not only physically, but it's good for your health. With all of my health issues and lack of a lot of minerals and, you know, vitamins, I think that bone broth is one of the best things. I was saying maybe next time me and Alex can do bone broth with you and show you our recipe. It tastes amazing. I find it tastes, if you remember those chips, they're called Fritos. And what it reminds me of, I used to love those as a kid. So every time I'm drinking it, I'm in love, whether it's cold or hot. Some people, their bone broth warm. I don't mind. I really don't mind cold, hot. Sometimes hot, warm is better. Depends what you're in the mood for. If you want something a little like a cold drink, then I would drink it. If not, there's so many ways also that you can ingest bone broth. You can use it to cook. You can steam your stuff with it. You can put it with your sauce. There's so many ways. But anyway, Alex loved to drink it. Anyway, I'm so happy that we end up finding these. Then I'm not supposed to have sugar. I tried to cut sugar out completely out of my diet because with my RA, with my autoimmune things, I have a lot of inflammation and sugar should not be in my diet. But once in a while, I love these, which are freeze dried. I got them in blueberry, strawberry, and in pineapple. So if I'm going to have any type of sugar, I might as well have some sort of fruit. I feel that when they're freeze dried, they taste more like candy. So it's me. I'm not a big fruit person, so those are very good. So I end up getting them a little treat here and there. As much as I want to watch what I eat, and it's important for me to try to do my best when it comes to my diet, I also don't want to completely not live. I want to still enjoy little things here and there, but not overdoing it. I've always been one of those people that I think everything in moderation is the best way to go. So for me, once in a while, a little treat after I eat, I fill up a little bowl and I'm good. I was raised that way where I would eat my supper and then we'd have a little dessert after. So for me, it is so hard not to have a little sugar after I finish eating my supper. So to me, this is a good option. It's as good as it's gonna get, but I should not be eating any sugar. I really tried to cut that out, but once in a while, and we are during the holidays, so I think a little treat here and there is fine. So, and what else? That's pretty much it. I want to show you what I end up getting, and there wasn't that much, but I still got my little camel. Where he's going, I have no idea. I'm gonna find a place for it. I also wanted to show you the bench that I was talking about. It is this huge Indonesian bench. I would leave it like this, but it's not comfortable. So I wanted to make a little bit of a pillow. As you can see, my pillows are ivory. So I thought if I put the beige one that we saw yesterday with the curtains, it would look odd. It would be too much going on. So I think that the fabric that I went with is going to work, hopefully. So I think I'm gonna start working on that. We are going to the store, the K shop, and getting a couple of my little Korean beauty products. And this guy's really happy and he's coming. He's coming with us, right? Are you happy? He's hating life right now. So we're gonna go into the little shop and get my usual little masks and amazing Korean products. So let's go in. So it's this cute little store, and there's lip glosses, beauty products, face masks, all from Korea. So we are going to the grocery store. We're gonna go get all the vegetables and things that we put in the bone broth, show you how we make our bone broth, because update on the other bone broth is that it was really disgusting. Did you not find it disgusting?
Yeah, it wasn't good.
It really, all of it was disgusting. So we're gonna make our own because ours tastes amazing. So yeah, we're gonna show you what we end up getting. Okay, so first things, we are going to get some carrots. We're gonna get the organic ones. We're gonna get 2 packages. So I always get my stuff in the back. I know I'm a weirdo that it has to be in the back. Why? I can never take the ones in the front. Then we're going to get some celery. So where is the celery? Oh, here's the celery. Okay, so celery. I'm gonna get 2 bags as well because we do 2 big huge pots. Let's get 2 celeries. I need the carriage. I'm holding this with my hands. Where's Alex? He's there. Okay, so I got the celery, carrots. We're gonna get some broccoli. So this one's good. And then maybe, oh no. Broccoli down. And then maybe this one right here. Oh no, then we're gonna get some sweet potato. They are huge, huge potatoes. Yeah. 2? So since we're doing 2 batches, we're gonna double everything. So normally you would need 1 sweet potato, but we're gonna get 2 because we're gonna do 2 batches. Then we get some onions.
Somehow.
Okay, and then we are going to get a turnip, which is this little guy. Oh my god, he's mushy. Let's get the big one right here. In the back, way in the back. Oh god. Okay. Okay, what else? We got the onions. We got the sweet potatoes. We got the celery, the carrots. What else do we need? Are you working?
No, I'm checking the oxalates content of white potatoes versus sweet potato. Yeah, sweet potatoes better. Okay.
Okay, so sweet potato is better. And that's pretty much it that we put in there, right? Okay, and next we are going to get some apple cider vinegar because we put that in there with a little bit of salt as well. So, apple cider vinegar, we're gonna go in the other section. Oh, there's little pretty Christmas flowers. Okay, so I think I see it. They don't have the brand that I usually go for. This apple, I think this is apple cider vinegar right here, but I don't know this brand. This is the only brand they have. This is not the usual that we go for.
It's vinegars on the side.
Oh, that's not apple cider. It's usually this brand right here, but am I not seeing it or? This is the foam I end up getting. You also saw the tablecloths. I'm gonna measure the bench and then I'm going to cut the foam and then start measuring how much fabric I need. Well, let's get started on that. So I cut the foam, it is perfect size. Now I'm going to have to cut the size of the tablecloth. I end up getting this one. I thought it was so beautiful. I love the texture, obviously keeping it in the beige. I know I'm a beige girl, what can I say? And then I got these buttons. So what I'm thinking of doing is covering them with a little bit of fabric, so maybe gluing it onto the button. So I'm gonna go ahead and start measuring how much fabric I have. I bought 2 tablecloths to make sure I have enough fabric. At first I was going to do sewing sort of with a panel here, a panel on the top, underneath, and on the side. But what I'm thinking of doing is creating 2 panels. So one on the top, one on the bottom, because I feel with the buttons, it's gonna look prettier if it doesn't have a side panel. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna see how much fabric I have before I start making that decision. But at least the foam is cut. It was hard. I couldn't use an X-Acto. My scissors didn't cut properly, so it was not easy to cut this foam. So an FYI, if you want to cut a foam, it's, yeah, scissors is the way to go, but you sort of have to cut in 4 layers. So I got the job done, but it took forever and my hands are about to fall off. So anyway, let's continue. I'm going to measure, see how much fabric I need, and then we'll sort of figure out all the rest, how much fabric that I have left over for the buttons and also for maybe side panels. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. Okay, so everything has been sewed. Finally, I sort of folded it over and did a stitching in the back here. Now we're gonna work on the buttons, but I'm gonna cover them. This is what they looked before, and then I covered them with fabric, and I think they look so much better. I don't know if you're seeing this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover them all. I'm going to place them, and then I'm going to take some yarn and then pass the yarn through the foam all the way to the other side, tie it, and then I'm going to sew on the button. So that's what I'm going to do. So fingers crossed, it's going to come out what I think. But so far, I think it is looking good. I could have left it this without the buttons, but I feel as though it looks a little too simple. And I thought with the buttons would add a little bit of texture. So let's go ahead and start gluing those buttons. Okay, so I passed the rope through and I still have to sew the buttons, but to give you an idea, it creates a little dimension in the pillow. So I still have 2 more to go, and then I'm gonna sew the buttons, but I think it's looking pretty. It adds a little bit more texture and looks less flat, and it looks a little bit more professional versus not professional. So yeah, I'm liking it. And then once this is done, I'm thinking of maybe adding some right at the end here, some ties so that when people sit on the bench, it won't move around. So I think that's what I'm gonna do as well. I'm gonna attach, I should have done it before when I was sewing, but it's fine since this is gonna be in the back. So far so good, I'm excited. I sewed 1 on each end, these little ties, and obviously, I mean, it's not complicated. I sewed a rectangle together and created a little tie, then I sewed it onto the pillow, and now it is all done. It is ready to be put on the bench. I'm going to show you tomorrow because I feel right now it's so dark in that area that it's not going to do it. Don't mind the box. That's a mirror for the powder room that I am revamping, and then the pillows are going to go back on the bench. But yeah, it's very dark, so I feel I'll do it tomorrow during the day where there's a little bit more daylight. But how perfect is it? I mean, could not have asked better. I love the texture too. I think it's gonna go with everything in my house. And I love how the buttons add a little dimension to the bench pillow. So that is it. It's all done. In total, I think it costed me for the pillow, if I calculate, so $19.99 for the fabric, and then the foam was $75. So we're looking at $100 for this pillow. And this is a huge pillow. I would say it's about 6 feet tall. So there you have it, $100 for the pillow, and a little bit of work and patience, but we got there. So we are about to do bone broth, and I told you Hubby is here. When I told you when we were going to be doing it, I would film it for you so you can see the recipe. I mean, it's not this big, huge, complicated recipe. It's pretty easy to do. It takes a lot of time. So another thing I should mention, the bone broth that I showed you last time that we bought at the grocery store, I must admit we are not a fan of it. Did you get it or did you not get it?
No, it wasn't good.
It wasn't good at all. So we're gonna do our own. Ours feels, it has more flavor, it has more texture, it tastes way better. It's not even in the same caliber, and I'm not saying this to toot our own horns, but ours is way better. So I thought I would show you how we make our own bone broth. So Alex is taking out all of the vegetables. I took you also to the grocery store so you know which vegetables to get. We're gonna start. We bought some grass-fed beef bones. We also got some vegetables to give it a little flavor. And anyway, so let's get started on the bone broth. Alex is the pro at it. I wash all the vegetables. Alex is the cutter. So we kind of created a system, and then we let it sit in two big, huge pots. Instead of making one, we do two, so that we have a lot more that we can freeze, because we have a freezer downstairs. So anyway, let's get started. I'm going to show you what we end up getting. So Alex is going to show you what you need for this bone broth.
We have celery, we have broccoli, sweet potato. This is, I think it's turnip in English. We have carrots, and we have our bone. So these are our grass-fed beef bones. You'll have some of the bone marrow right here in the middle. We have some joints here. That's a big joint.
Okay, so here are the two sort of crock pots that we do our bone broth in. They both have a sort of lid, and they're big enough to put all the bones and all of the vegetables, and we let that simmer for a good, what, 24 hours?
Yeah, 24 hours. 24
hours. These are the two that we use. So we do a 2-in-1 instead of doing one big crock pot. We get a lot more. Anyway, let's start cutting up all of these. I'm gonna wash them, and then you do what you normally do, and we will cut them
first, because those go directly in there.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, so meat goes in while it's unfreezing. So we put a few of them in one, and then you're getting some. Okay, so meat is in. It's sort of gonna unfreeze while we are doing all the vegetables. I think the most annoying part is cleaning the vegetables. So how we like to clean our vegetables, do you wanna say how we like to clean them?
Well, we clean them with ozone water, so it gets rid of the pesticides, the other stuff, bacteria and viruses. So we put cold water in this little thing here. So this is our ozone machine. We put it on like this, and then it makes ozone bubble here in the water, and that's what cleans our vegetables. But we can't breathe this, so we have to open the fan here, and then we have to put this underneath so the air, the ozone, goes out through the fan, and we're not breathing this because this is toxic to the lungs.
Before we put everything into the ozone water, what I have to do is sort of rinse everything off with the water. And then Alex will put in ozone, and then we're going to start cutting everything. But I do love to rinse everything before. And Alex would probably say you don't have to, but I feel more comfortable. In case there's little creatures or little bugs in between things, I have a little bit of OCD, and I have to sort of make sure everything is rinsed off and cleaned. God knows how many places this sweet potato, and how many hands, and how many things it touched. So I need to pre-clean, if you will. are almost done with all of the cutting. Next, Obviously, we're gonna let it simmer overnight. We're gonna let it simmer for a good 24 hours. And then once that's done, we are going to put them, store them in these jars. At first, we used to put them in glass jars, but because we put them in the freezer, the glass jars used to break, and then we would lose a lot of our bone broth. So Alex got these. I know they're plastic. If I had to choose, it would definitely be glass, but they keep breaking, so we're gonna put them in these. Okay, so another thing we should mention is that we use distilled water and not filtered water. It's better for you. We have the machine, so I'll show you the machine that we use, but it's all distilled water. So we put sea salt in there. And how much do you put? You put a tablespoon?
Yeah.
So about a tablespoon each big huge pot. And next up we are putting apple cider vinegar. Alex last time put way too much, so please don't put too much this time. When do you know it's enough? He's just okay. Like guessing. Hopefully we're gonna pray that it's not gonna taste like major vinegar. Okay, so that should be good. There you go. That is it. That is the bone broth.
Take a spoon.
You stir it.
Mix everything up.
And then you're gonna turn the heat on and put it on low.
No, put it on high.
Oh, put it on high.
Boils. Once it boils, then you put it on low for 24 hours.
Okay, you heard it, guys.
Put it on high. Put it on high, and then to cover it.
Then we wait. And now it's a waiting game. The hard work has been done. Gotta let it simmer and take out all the vitamins and the goodness out of it.